What are you doing?
We're taking the tail wheel off so we can grease the bearings in the tail wheel.
This is part 2 of the annual.
What was part 1?
Part 1 was when we first started. Because I didn't want to do a big long video.
So what we do here, we take off the hubcap, and we have to take out the cotter pin, and then we can take the axle nut off, and then everything will slide out with as we pull the tire off. And that jack's already settled, so I'm gonna have to jack it up 1 or 2 bumps. When we pull this tire off, Jacob, we want to make sure we hold our hand up here so the bearing doesn't fall out on the ground. And then on the back side, do the same thing.
Okay.
And then we can, this side's got, it's snapped in with a snap ring, but this side is not. It's a different style on this side. So we can just pull it out like that. We'll take it to the parts washer. Then we'll come back and get the other one. Get all the grease off myself. It's gonna ruin these gloves though. Once we get these bearings clean, we'll check to make sure that the bearing in the race is not wore out. And first glance, they actually look pretty new. And made in the USA, Timken bearings. So they're the right bearings. Tail wheel takes the biggest beating out of everything because it's pretty small. Usually gets thrown around pretty much in the dirt all day.
Our last tail wheel, it teared up and we needed a new tail wheel.
Is that when we had to pull on this one, on this airplane?
Yeah.
Can't remember. I remember pulling it off and us doing the strut last year.
Yeah.
Alright, one bearing down. Clean, that is. And look what I saved my gloves. It just wore slap out. And I can't even hold the part in my hand. Air tool safety. You never want to spray your partner that you're working with because it could like damage their skin. Next thing that we want to do is remove the snap ring. Some people ask why I like to wear gloves. Because when I wear gloves, it's less trips to go wash my hands in the sink to get all the grease off of me. But the snap ring will pop right on out. We're going to clean that up. And then we got our dust ring.
Well, another reason why you wear gloves is because you're a girly man.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
And that bearing is a lot bigger than the other side. But it explains why this is a separate setup on this side. But we'll go clean all this up now. And Jacob, will let him get his manly hands dirty. Jacob, so Jacob's got on these space gloves.
Why'd you put these on me?
So to protect your hands, because we know that the
I can't even
mineral
do
spirits.
I can't even do anything.
All right, we'll take off the big gloves then. It's just gonna eat up these 99-cent gloves. but you got manly hands.
Fine.
So what is this? What part is this, did we say?
The bearing.
That's not the bearing. What is that?
That's the bearing.
Yeah, you're working on the outer part of the dust seal, like a washer. So once we get all this cleaned up, we'll use brake parts cleaner to get this oily film from the Miller spirits off. And then we'll blow it off with air pressure, a little bit of air, and then pack the bearings full of grease. And Jacob just learned how to do the grease the other day with the main wheel bearings. So we'll let him work on one of these bearings and I'll do the other. Hooking these wheels up, I like nice shiny tires here. You know, just to get the mud off the sidewall.
Hey, Dave.
Only time this ever gets done.
How about let's go up to my office up there and start moving that stuff over here so Rusty can get moved in up there. Well, just finish what you're doing and then.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, somebody likes to taxi through the mud.
Here in the next day.
Well, no, we got stuck in the mud. We didn't taxi through the mud. I just heard what I said.
I don't have my shelves done over here, but we'll just have to. Get it before it falls off. Just push it over.
Whoa.
Get it in the. You're trying to get it right in the edge, right in between those two.
I see that. It's
You see it
coming
coming
up a
up?
little bit.
And now just stick your finger in there and get that out. And there you go.
Ooh. Trying to get it
Don't
out.
drop it. There you go. This is. I've got my 9-year-old, my
I don't know what you're talking about.
10-year-old,
I mean,
and my
12.
8-year-old.
Your 8-year-old
So-
never gets dirty.
See, this is all they do. So now I have a greased up son. So we're doing the tail wheel on the Lockheed, maybe.
Maybe.
You can pivot it, right? Get it where you. Let me show you. See how I'm pinching it with these two fingers? So that it's tight. It's pinched between these three fingers so I can move it. All right? So go ahead and do that. Other way. We want to do it from this side. All right? Use this finger. Watch this. Make a little fist here with this side. There you go. You see that? Now you're going to you're going to hook that. All right?
Like,
So you're going to hook it like that. There you go. Push against my hand. There you go. See how that way we push that grease up into there. Okay, then just spin it a little bit. There you go. Do the same thing.
Put your middle finger under it.
Yeah, put your middle finger around it. There you go. Grip it, push it tight. Okay, try not to go too deep into this. Try to push this and twist. Try to twist it that way, like you're scraping. Try to scrape it off the hand. See that? All right, you see it starting to come up through the top? Okay, and then spin it around. And that's all you...
Added the Brad Hatcher touch to it. I even shined the center cap on the polish wheel. All done. Time to drop the jack.